Good evening.
The Boat comes in, a drama series about Tyneside in the years after 1918. Here now on RTÉ1, the news.
Good evening. The headlines. The Ministers for Labour and Transport are to call in the parties in the Aer Lingus strike for talks within the next few days. In the meantime, the first group of stranded holidaymakers are now back in Dublin.
The criticism was voiced in the Garda News, where an editorial says it now seems that practically all the prisoners' demands have been conceded by the government.
There has been a mass breakout of prisoners from the Maze prison near Belfast. It happened less than 2 hours ago, and full details are not yet available. A statement from the RUC says that a number of cars were hijacked.
Good evening. After the closure of the illegal radio station Radio Nova by the Department of Post and
tonight's episode of Miami Vice. But now, time to join Colin Murray for the main evening news.
Good evening. The headlines. Clerical staff at
News with Richard Crowley.
Now here's Emer O'Kelly with a summary of the day's main news stories.
The Taoiseach has told the Dáil that Article 1...
Anti-terrorist police in London.
Now the main evening news with Emer O'Kelly.
The IRA is planned. Dublin's fair city is on countdown for the 1000th birthday. Good evening. The RUC... Good evening. 2 British soldiers were killed today at the funeral of IRA man Kevin Brady. With the news summary on One Now with Michael Murphy.
Good afternoon. Officials in Algeria now say that at least...
And before our late-night feature film, Quest for Love with Joan Collins, we've a late news summary from Emer O'Kelly. Good evening. The IRA in South Down...
An unknown group, the organisation of the martyr Jawad...
Now the 1 o'clock news with Eamon Lawler.
Soviet conservatives support Communist Party reform, but Mr. Gorbachev comes in for bitter personal criticism. The foreign ministers of America and France discuss Eastern Europe at Shannon. Some crew members of the Tribulus are brought to land as the damaged vessel makes for Bantry. Good afternoon. In Moscow, leading Communist Party conservatives, including Mr. Igor...
Minister for Communications Ray Burke today.
Anne Doyle joins us now with a late news summary.
The UN Security Council meeting in New York has imposed
In London, several people are being held by
Reagan and Bush are subpoenaed to give North's criminal trial. Sir John Herman marries in Donaghadee. And in the closing hours of the Dublin millennium, the citizens seal the life of 1988 into a time capsule. Good evening. In London, several people have been detained following last week's discovery of a...
Green Corps inspector says former Chief Executive Chris Comerford was in breach of his duty. New legislation is promised after the Supreme Court rules on ownership of the family home. And BNI sold to Irish Ferries for £8.5 million. Good evening. The inspector appointed by the government to invest...
Good afternoon. The woman who delivered the booby-trapped car which killed a part-time UDR soldier in County Tyrone this morning is being sought by the... One of their most important games for many years, the European Cup first round second leg tie against Kispest Honvéd of Hungary.
Good evening. The United States has accused Iraq of causing a major environmental disaster by...
But now we join Michael Murphy for a summary of all the latest news.
Good afternoon. Irish and...
Good afternoon. There have been 2 more killings in the north. You're watching RTÉ1, where it's time now for a news summary with Sean Dignan.
Good afternoon. The government has cut public spending.
Unionist MP David Trimble says Taoiseach is blocking the northern talks. Warring factions in Bosnia agree a ceasefire to begin tomorrow. And new Russian rubles cause a rush on state banks. A very good evening to you. An Ulster Unionist MP has blamed...
The Progressive Democrat ministers are for power. Good evening. Over the next hour, as the PD's time in government draws to...
This is RTÉ1, where it's time for the 9 o'clock news with Brian Dobson.
President Robinson is to meet Queen... Good evening. For the first time in the history of the state, a President of Ireland is...
In her continuing visit to the North, President Robinson...
The Minister for Enterprise and Employment, Rory...
Network 2 shortly, The Jewel in the Crown. But now on 1, it's time for the main evening news, both national and international, at 9 o'clock with Lorraine Smith.
Poll says voters blame both government parties in High Court President row. Calls for a general election at Workers' Party Ordesh. And tension in the Gulf as American and British forces respond to Iraqi build-up. Good evening.
Good afternoon. Supporters of exiled Haitian President Aristide
Good evening. Also in 6 weeks.
Hello again.
The RUC are detaining 2 men.
Very good afternoon to you from the newsroom. A Polish soldier with the United Nations peacekeeping force was shot dead this afternoon when...
And that's the news for now. News again is at 9. Good evening.
Election 97, Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael. A very good evening to you. With first count results from 13...
Good evening, thanks for joining.
Good evening and welcome.
Good evening, and we start with some news just in that Sinn Féin... All-party talks on the future of Northern Ireland.
Hello again from the news.
As strike looms, Brian Cowan says government will stand firm on Labour Court recommendation and a great start to Ireland's Rugby World Cup, a comprehensive victory over the US. Good evening. The threatened nursing strike is going to come.
From now on, RTE News will come to you anywhere in the world.
Good evening, welcome.
A row has developed between...
Good evening and welcome.
Good evening.
9:10 for both of us. Good evening.
Good evening from Castle Buildings at Stormont outside Belfast.
Good evening and welcome to our New Year's Day 6-1. The headlines. 3 young men, including 2 teenagers, in the coming weeks. Two teenage brothers were among the 3 young people killed. Good afternoon from the newsroom.
Iraq hands over the rescues 3 men who got into difficulty in the River Liffey in Dublin. A very good evening to you. The United States... The row over the aquatic centre.
Good evening and welcome to 6-1. In the Middle East, the Palestinian Information Minister has warned...
In the wake of the...
Good evening and welcome. The Archbishop of Dublin...
A very good evening to you. The Federation of Irish Nursing Homes, which represents most of the nursing homes in the eastern region, have said they...
Good evening. The first exit polls from the Italian...
A critically ill Cork woman at the centre of a row over the payment of compensation.
The Tánaiste to on course for Ireland. Good evening and welcome. The Minister for Health, Mary...
Hello, welcome to the 1 o'clock news. The headlines this lunchtime. Minister says challenge Aussie rules test series. The Minister for Justice, Michael McDowell.
Good evening and welcome. New figures have shown there was...
Good evening and welcome.
Happy Christmas from the newsroom. A woman has died.
The late summary. France and Germany...
Gardaí and Tralee have begun a murder investigation into the death of...
Good evening and welcome. Pope Benedict says he deeply regrets this time the under-21s triumph. Pope Benedict has said he's sorry.
Good evening and welcome to 6-1. Dutch police have
Good evening. The country's two largest health insurers.
Dutch police have seized 165 guns and cash.
Good evening and welcome. The headlines tonight. Officials elsewhere, they're already celebrating 2011. Local authorities around the country
The betting shop chain Celtic Book.
It's 6-1, RTÉ News with Brian Dobson and Sharon Niviolon.
Day of reckoning. Bankers' pay packets finally take a hit. Irish life and
riots in Mullingar.
As the government gets ready to pump €7 billion into the country's
The former Fine Gael Minister Ivan Yates has said he tried everything standing.
Local authorities around the country are struggling.
Good morning from the newsroom. Gardaí are appealing for
Some local authorities are lifting water restrictions tonight.
And a very good morning to you and welcome to our special programme this morning, where in a few minutes we'll be switching off the old analogue television signal and moving to the new digital television service in line with broadcasters across Europe.
Hello and welcome to the 1 o'clock news, the headlines this lunchtime. Special criminal court only if Hamas stops rocket attacks. Two men have been found.
There were 550.
A status red weather alert remains in place.
Good evening and welcome. The planned strike action at
Good afternoon. In Britain, Jeremy Corbyn.
Hello and welcome to the main evening news and sport. The headlines. 2 US service ladies football final as champions Dublin are knocked out. Two US service members were killed and one is missing in action in Jordan following a barrage.
US President Donald Trump has arrived in Switzerland and will deliver.
US President Donald Trump has left Davos to return to
Iran has launched more attacks.
The police service of Northern Ireland is investigating the theft of documents last month, which included the names of more than...
Good afternoon. The United States and Iran have exchanged missiles. The United States carried out a 7th night of strikes against
Tá an inrí faoi dhéile ó níorthar a mé rútanis ó bhuigrúpa Muslimach a né gur bhara siad an Colonel William Higgins.
Yari. Flesk tí boma sa tuairskirtli.
Gomani diarib. Bhí díospóireacht speisialta sa dá.
Gomani Jeev.
Gomani Jeev. Léire an scrúdú ir.
Tháinig cor eile an aonas faoi cheappa
Gomani Jeev. Tá suas le 7,000.
Gomani Jeev. Bhí a líon í nehí fáil sochar gíostaíochta an bhí.
Tá an bretheh flood leis an dosna tíonóide tróna.
Cumani Díomh. Ag bintse fisra. Cumani Díomh I Kabul inniu.
Cumani Díomh.
Cumani Díomh tháinig cótaí.
Cumani Díomh. Cumani Díomh. Tá na mílte ag freastal le thochrid stáit an iarthaoisigh Carlo.
Dever mahasa agus faltarú go nuacht an le na cínlínta tronthóna. Rátaí úsicachta an chuntaí tíchraibh ile éidean a bhuachtant. Dúirt an táineiste agus an
Dever mahasa agus bhór géad fáilte go nuacht an le.
Dever mahasa agus faltarú go nuacht an le na cínlínta. Ochtar Addis Vertar as limnach fe Rúmharú Roy Collins. Tá Dever mahasa tronthóna. Der fearléin ahananta go bhfuil cláistí a chur. Dever mahasa agus faltarú bhar lán bhaséid go nuacht an lei. Lán ostíocht bora fé ngelagar agus boisiad chun tauchaí na tíre a chintu a deir an tara airgeadais.
We face challenges for sure, but we face them from a position of strength and we face them.
Sé é seo atá díirithe ar an rám is smógad astín cabhrúatha a dúirt an tara airgeadais Michael McGrath agus é ag fógurt bhoiséad fiche cethir. Bhoiséad leis a chur an plán fad tíormacha bhain. Dever mahasa agus faltarú go nuacht an lei, ba lei Daniel Ennis os na daon le his. Dever mahasa agus faltarú go nuacht RTÉ. Dúirt uachtarán
Israel rejects start next Tuesday. Good evening. Foreign Office Minister David Miller, who is at the centre of
reports of Allied bombing as Iraq talks. Good evening. There are reports tonight that
Good evening. As fighting continues. Good evening. Preliminary results. The government approves workers' vote for Labour Court proposals for the company. Good evening, and later, County Glen shareholders.
The husband of the woman killed of Irish music gather for the Hot Press Music Awards. Hello there, later Claire will have the sports news and we'll be going live to the Music Awards. First though, John Ryan's case for damages against Philip Sheedy. Sheedy crashed into the family car in 1996.
Hello, you're watching News 2. I'm Anthony Murnane. On tonight's programme, in a month we'll vote in a referendum. Hello. In News 2 tonight, security is being stepped up in the
Legalising cannabis. Garda Commissioner said 3 people killed on Ireland's roads today. Hello there, later Eamon has the sport, including the Irish team to play Croatia tomorrow, but we begin with the fresh debate on legalising cannabis. The man who sparked it.
Good evening. In the News 2 headlines, settlement proposal.
Garda McCabe's widow speaks Hilton down under.
Welcome to the RTÉ News on 2. The headlines tonight: botched operation, new jobs, and clothes controversy. The shopping spree for Sarah, which cost the Republicans $150,000. Hello there, and thanks for joining us. Ivan will be along a bit later with all the day's.
Hello and welcome to News on 2.
Hi there, I'm Carla O'Brien. This is Monday's news feed. Stick to the plan. That's the warning from the government's advice.